Once upon a time, in a prosperous kingdom, there lived a king who was very wealthy and loved gold more than anything else. He had a beautiful palace, countless treasures, and every luxury one could imagine. But despite this great wealth, the king always wanted more. One day, the king was visited by a magical fairy who offered to grant him one wish. The king, eager to become even richer, wished for everything he touched turned to gold. The fairy granted his wish, and the king was thrilled, thinking he had just become the richest man in the world. At first, the king was delighted. He touched a chair, and it turned to gold. He touched a table, and it turned to gold as well. Everything he touched became golden, and he couldn't believe his good fortune. But soon, the king began to realize the consequences of his wish. When he tried to eat, the food turned to gold and became inedible. When he touched his beloved flowers, they turned to gold and withered away. Even his clothes turned to gold, becoming too heavy to wear. But the worst came when the king accidentally touched his own daughter. She turned into a golden statue, and the king was heartbroken. His greed had turned his precious daughter into a lifeless figure, and he realized too late that his wish had brought him nothing but misery. Desperate to undo the damage, the king begged the fairy to take back his wish. The fairy took pity on him and reversed the spell, turning everything back to its original state, including the king's daughter. The king was overjoyed to see his daughter alive and well again, and he learned a valuable lesson. The story of the Golden Touch teaches us about the dangers of greed and the importance of appreciating what we already have. The king's desire for more and more gold blinded him to the value of the simple pleasures and loved ones in his life. So what can we learn from today's story? Let's remember that true happiness comes from appreciating what we already have, rather than constantly seeking more. Greed can lead us to overlook the most important things in life. Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed this story, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more stories and life lessons. Until next time, remember that the greatest treasures in life are often the simplest.